I stand with Israel. My thoughts and prayers are with Israel and the Jewish community during this difficult time. And I would love to thank everyone for their overwhelming support, for reaching out, for posting on social media, just making your voices heard. It means the world to us. Unfortunately, there are Palestinian supporters that bullied some of these people, celebrities and regular citizens alike, very much so to the point that they were forced to take the posts down because they were harassed. I want to shout out Kylie Jenner and Amari Stoudemire for your support. And I'm sorry that you had to take the posts down, but I completely understand. And thank you. And that goes for the same. The same goes for everybody else. Now, I was shocked to see many different kinds of people, Palestinian supporters, liberals who support BLM, posting statements from other people saying that the attack by Hamas on Israel is justified, that Hamas is just fighting back. How do you call this fighting back? Is it justified to rape women on the streets? To kidnap children, women, and elderly by stuffing children into cages, massacring innocent Israeli lives, beheading babies, filming the victims, the hostages, on how they're being tortured? How is that justified? Is that fighting back? Now, I understand that people support Palestine and the Palestinian people. I completely understand, and that's okay. But how can you support Hamas? If you truly want peace, you're not going to choose a side here. You're going to want to pray and desire peace for all sides. You can't support this monstrosity. If you're really humane, and I just don't understand the people that support BLM, because with BLM, you were preaching justice and peace. Is this not the time to demand justice and peace for the innocent Jewish Israeli lives? Or does that not apply to Jewish and Israeli lives? When discussing very sensitive topics like this, it is not enough to just read someone's social media post and take their word for it. You have to really go out there and do your own research, to use logic and common sense, real historic research to really know what's going on, if you truly care to know what's really going on. They say that Israel initiates the violence. That is not true. Statements like that are gaslighting. They say that Israelis are oppressive to the Palestinians. How are they oppressive? When you look at Arab Muslims living in Israel, they are far from oppressive. Go to the country, see it for yourselves. I know I have. And as far as the civilians in Gaza, they're governed by Hamas, not by Israel. So that if they have a problem with being oppressed, they should take it up with Hamas. If Israel, they say that Israel kills innocent Palestinians, that they're continuously engaging in ethnic cleansing. If that's true, Israel would have accomplished their goal if they truly wanted to within 75 years. Look how much damage Hamas has done in just a few days. You're meaning to tell me that if Israel truly wanted to wipe out the Palestinians, they couldn't have already have done it within 75 years? They also would not treat Palestinian civilians in their hospitals in Israel. The Palestinian leadership had plenty of opportunity to make peace with Israel within 75 years. And you know why it never happened? It's simply because they believe Israel does not have the right to exist, not even a small town. They've never extended their hand and showed good faith. Israel did. I mean, you have to ask the question on how did we get here? And the answer is self-explanatory. Israel gave up the Gaza Strip. Hamas was elected in result. And ever since then, they were terrorizing Israel over and over until we got to the point we see what's going on today. Only if Israel didn't give up the Gaza Strip, ironically, they gave it up in the name of peace, hoping for peace. Unfortunately, most Palestinian people are brainwashed by their leadership. Of course, they're going to be emotional and think irrationally because of all the lies and propaganda that their leadership is feeding them. But how about everybody else? The people that believe that the attacks against the Jews are justified by Hamas. One can't help but think that they're just Jew haters. And if that's the case, I personally have no problem with it as long as they'd admit it instead of beating around the bush.